Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Bonita Eby. Bonita Eby is a burnout prevention strategist and CEO of Breakthrough Personal and Professional Development, Incorporated. She specializes in burnout prevention and organizational culture for organizations at the intersection of health and leadership development. Bonita is on a mission to end burnout. Well, good afternoon, Bonita. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today, Brian.
You bet. This is so awesome. And again, talk about this every day. I get to meet someone new, and that's so exciting. But hear their story and be able to, with their permission, share it with our global audience. And so I know you're right now hailing out of the great country of Canada. You're near Toronto, probably an hour or two away. But I just appreciate you making the time today. And so, Bonita, we're going to just jump right into these questions. We want to get your story out. Like I mentioned, you've got quite a career in health and wellness as a coach, trainer. Now you're the CEO of Breakthrough Personal and Professional Development. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Great question. Thank you so much, Brian. It all started because I went through burnout and compassion fatigue myself. And when that happened, I just found that there were not enough resources out there to help on a personal level or from a corporate level. So over time, I researched burnout and compassion fatigue, what causes it, how to overcome it. And I have created proprietary training and models for preventing employee burnout through the lens of organizational culture.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you sharing, having experienced that burnout, right? Sometimes that's why a lot of people have started a company or found a solution because they experienced something personally like yourself. So thank you so much. Appreciate that. So Bonita, we're going to switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about your methodology, which is informed by extensive research data and is evidence-based, which is always good to hear. You also claim that your breakthrough method is different than the rest. Could you maybe share what makes you unique?
Absolutely. I started my career in healthcare and spent about a decade there before going into leadership development. So I spent about 25 years plus in the leadership development area. And when I went into working with burnout and compassion fatigue, I began researching. And because of that background in healthcare, I was able to access research, understand research, and basically break it down so that it becomes usable for leaders and organizations to implement. I've been researching burnout and compassion fatigue for about a decade, and we custom design workshops and training based on our discoveries that are found during consulting with leaders. And so we do that at the intersection of healthcare and leadership development, which is different than most other companies.
Thank you. That's great. I love how you break down what you do. People from our audience can really understand and potentially use your services. But again, thank you for doing that. I know this is just a soundbite of a podcast, but we appreciate you sharing some of those nuggets. Bonita, this is a technology platform and publication. And we do focus a little bit on tech here, obviously. But are you leveraging any new or emerging technologies within your business? And if you're not, maybe you found a cool tool or app you could share with us today.
Honestly, I am so grateful for technology. I use between 25 and 50 apps every single month to run my business. I do believe that it simplifies things, allows me to have fewer people on my payroll because it makes everything a little bit more simple. Right now, I'm actually looking for an app that does data analysis because I do so much consulting and I do the data analysis myself, but it'd be fantastic to have something where I can do more than simply looking at what people have said and certain keywords. There's all of these algorithms that we can use. I use this wonderful app called Muda that is for transcription. I'm finding that I tend to have a million different thoughts going through my head, all of these ideas, what I can do next, how I can help a client, and to be able to use a transcription app to speak my ideas rather than type them. I find that I can get that onto paper really quickly and capture it more accurately. I use all kinds of apps from project management to surveys to you name it, I use it.
That's awesome. Thank you. And we typically have somebody share some new app that we've not heard of. So it's a way for a lot of these companies and apps to get a free plug here. So Bonita, thank you. And we're going to switch to the last question of the day. want to understand a little bit more about you and maybe how you can help our audience. Can you share something from your career experience that would be helpful for those looking to grow their career in coaching or entrepreneurship?
Sure. Well, based on your last question, I would say invest in quality apps. They really do make a difference in being able to prioritize and be effective and efficient. Do the work. So many times we're hearing these stories about people who just got lucky and their business exploded. And while that is possible, there is someone who said, and I wish I could remember who said the quote, others will probably remember, but the person had said, the harder I work, the luckier I get. And that's my experience. It doesn't mean working yourself to the bone. I work in burnout. That is not the point. But do the work. It takes time to become an expert in your field. Surround yourself with great leaders. Never be afraid to have people around you who do things better than you. That's how we grow. That's how we learn. And we can depend upon others who can do pieces that we cannot as well. And that is a key part of leadership. And then trust your gut. So many times we see what others are doing and we may wonder, oh, should I be doing the same thing? No. Learn, grow, but don't try to be someone else. Trust your gut. Know that you have something special to bring into the world and then do it with integrity.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the gems. Again, your personal experience that you have throughout your career, throughout your life brings a lot to this show. So I appreciate it. And thank you very much. Bonita, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thank you, Brian. Have a wonderful day.
Bye for now.